And we're back. Okay. This is round 2 of the Trainer Shed Treasure Hunt. What is it called? Treasure Hunt 11 this time. This is Swiss round 2. We have Chia versus Ken Nakamoto. My two casters who are usually at this microphone right now, casting for you guys. But no, today you get me because they wanted to play. Everyone wants to play Reg G because TBCI, they don't want to give us Reg G, wants to give us Reg F. So this tournament, although kind of redundant for our nationals, is prep for Worlds in a way, and also we've been playing Reg F for like 3 or 4 months now. It's kind of a time for a change. Everyone's kind of bored. Imagine if you would play the same format for like 3 or 4 months. Yeah. Well, here we are. We have Chia playing Lilligant Dawnwing versus Terrapagos Urshifu. Alright, let's see what my two players are going to be leading off with this time. Alright, let's get into the game. Shall we? Alright, we're gonna start with Chia leading with Dawnwing and Lilligant, and Ken throwing out Terrapagos. The Terrapagos being blocked. Terra ships being blocked by Dawnwing's wing and Raging Bolt. Alright. This Lilligant being super fast is about to sleep powder this Terrapagos, probably to set up a few turns for Dawnwing Necrozma to start hitting it, because it does have Terra Shell, which does mean your first hit against it, it's basically Dragon Scale. Is that what Dragonite has? Essentially, that's what it does. Anyway, this is the second round we've seen Terrapagos, this new one restricted mon format. Terrapagos gonna do pretty well, and there's a lot. Alright, we fixed the sound issue. Now we have music for stream. Okay, so Terrapagos instant protect because this is OTS. Ken probably saw the sleep powder coming in, Snarl coming out. Not doing too much because the Dawnwing swapped out. Did crit the Lilligant though, and destroying its Focus Sash, so no Focus Sash left for Lilligant. Also not being thrown in, didn't take too much damage. Special down doesn't really affect it too much. And managed to proc its Burn Orb, giving it Guts now. Alright, now we're gonna see this Ursaluna really wants to take out this Raging Bolt because it is indeed a threat against Dawnwing with that Snarl. But we don't know whether... Well, I could take a look at the team sheet right now and see if this Dawnwing runs Covert Cloak. But it is in fact not weak to Fake Out because, well, it's a Ghost typing. Alright, Ken thinking really hard here about what to play and what to choose. Instead choosing to withdraw Terrapagos here and send out Peckish, which is the Incineroar, the Peckish. Proccing the Intimidate, which is in fact perfect because Ursaluna is a physical based attacker, so is Lilligant. Sleep Powder coming out, sleeping out the Incineroar right here. And let's see what the Raging Bolt does, because it's gonna go for Dragon Pulse. Okay, into Ursaluna, brings it down to 50% HP, but now the Headlong Rush with Guts is going into the Raging Bolt. Even with a Zolvest, it is going to go down. Ursaluna dropping his defense and special defense by 1, but taking the Raging Bolt down. Ken, he probably saw it as a worth trade. I'm not too sure about that myself, but alright, Chen's gonna throw out now his Urshifu. Is this the water one? Yes, this is the water Urshifu. Perfect against the ground typed Ursaluna. Unless Ursaluna wants to Terra, probably will die to Rapid Flow, which is probably what Ken was going for, leading the Raging Bolt, and then deciding Draco Meteor, trade it so that he can definitely 100% pick up the KO without Terra on the Urshifu. But Incineroar asleep now, so you're faced with a Lilligant, which probably might have grass moves. Said he's gonna Terra Dragon, probably to resist the water, and then just Headlong Rush? I guess he said, I'm going to... Did he sleep powder Urshifu? I don't think... If he sleep powdered the Urshifu here... I don't quite remember what Alan clicked just now, but if he sleep powdered Shifu, then yeah, that's gonna be a really good chance. Alan's gonna start pulling away really far in this game. Oh, Shifu Ice Spinner, much faster than his Lilligan, 100% going to knock it out. Not only is it super effective, but it's no longer having the Full Sash. Alright, trading, no sleep powder or anything coming out from Alan anymore. Incineroar taking that one turn of sleep, still sleep, Ursaluna, Headlong Rush. And was that a berry proc? That was a berry proc. We have some audio issues right now because, yeah. Things aren't going that well. There's some audio issues, but we'll do with that as it is for now. Alright. Indeedee coming out Psychic Surge, but this Urshifu has Ice Spinner, which means it will break the terrain, right? Incineroar with that berry though, definitely surviving that Headlong Rush, so coming in very good for Ken. I'm not sure how much the berry reduces. Do they reduce by 50%? If they do, that actually made a difference in Incineroar living here, and it might live long enough to get something off. If it wakes up, he's gonna hit this Incineroar again. This Indeedee probably going for Trick Room because that's what you want. You want Ursaluna to start hitting first because this Urshifu right now outspeeds you. It's gonna Ice Spitter into the Ursaluna because it Terra Dragon that turn. You don't know whether Ursaluna is gonna Terra or not or protect, so you don't really want to Ice Spitter into the Ursaluna to get protected and then get sleep powdered. So he went into the Lilligant, saw that it's still Terra Dragon. Knew that his Ice Spinner 100% was going to hit his effectiveness and breaks the terrain at the same time. Instead of parting shots this Indeedee, meaning this Indeedee 100% is now going to use Trick Room. Alright, Ken throwing out the Terrapagos now. And Trick Room definitely coming up. Terrapagos still has not Terra. So we might see the Terra come out on Terrapagos. Alan throwing out this Dawnwing. That Ice Spinner on Urshifu and that kind of 50-50 call, right? Because Alan could have definitely protected on Lilligan, meaning he gets a Headlong Rush into that Urshifu maybe, or you know, free hit into the Incineroar. And then now Ken having to call that 50-50 again, but calling the first one right, meaning he doesn't have to call the second one at all. Indeed, a helping hand Necrozma, Dawnwing, Terrapagos saying, I'm going to protect, I don't want to commit my Terra, I don't really want to do that much right now, I'll bait. You know, if they target me, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. Instead, Necrozma doing, what's that, Meteor Beam, because he has a Power Herb right now. And fires it into this Urshifu. Urshifu probably gonna go. Oh, the Urshifu lives, right? Because it's not very effective because of the water type. He was thinking maybe the Urshifu might Terra here, but I don't know. It could probably die by that Urshifu being slightly more bulky than Alan was expecting, probably. And this Urshifu scarfed, so it is locked into Ice Spinner, which kind of is good and bad for it because it can no longer get Stab, Surging Strike. Ooh, the Expanding Force looking very good right now on that Urshifu because it is super effective. Would 100% have picked up the kill there. It's going to D-Gleam, super effective. Will definitely pick up the kill if indeed he gets the D-Gleam off. Is he going to Expanding Force Terrapagos? I feel like Ken will probably commit Terra here because he did already protect. He's probably going to commit Terra. Oh, he doesn't commit Terra at all because he still has Terra Shell, meaning he don't take too much damage at all. A big damage reduction coming in. Yeah, he would have taken quite a bit of damage if he Terra'd. No, the Deacon count not enough to pick up the Urshifu. That Urshifu again proving that it's so tanky. Just bulking right there. And Terrapagos blocked by Dawnwing's wing. Clicks Combine. Dawnwing's gonna get Ice Spitter. Takes a little bit more chip damage. Now it's at 50% health. It's probably gonna get hit pretty bad by that Terra Starfall from Terrapagos because it is a +1 now. I mean, as Alan, I guess you kind of hope because you are faster. So you click, I guess you click, you still have Trick Room up, so you probably click Expanding Force. Ken knowing this, knowing that his mons are probably slowest on the field right now. Doesn't want to randomly lose Urshifu, but he can't protect it either, so he decides to protect the Terrapagos instead, knowing he's gonna lose Urshifu to a D-Gleam. Yes, we couldn't see the protect coming out because we cut protect animation because Dawn Ring's wings really big. Shivu definitely going down because of Trick Room. Indeed, he gets to go first. So Shivu not tearing for neutral damage. Instead, just gonna take the damage. Die to Indeed's D-Gleam. Because Ken knows I still have another Mon. I'm not Alan. I have one more Mon. You know? Doesn't matter if this Urshifu goes down. Urshifu did his job. Took down Lilligant. Took down Ursaluna. Right, helping hand into this Necrozma now. Probably gonna... he can't Meteor Beam right now because he no longer has access to Power Herb. So it's gonna go for an Expanding Force. Because you cannot hit a normal type with a Moongeist Beam. So unfortunately, it's kind of a tough matchup for Alan here. His Lilligant is trying to even out the field. But Dawnwing... I guess unless you hit it with the Moonbeam, you're probably not gonna do too much damage with this. I mean, it is stab, right? Expanding Force is stab. Yup, it is stab. Did quite a bit of damage. Not that much, in fact. Maybe because of the Stellar Terra. But no, that really shouldn't make too much damage. I think it is neutral. So, +1 Combine. Terravagos, Terra Stella, Starfall. Not enough to pick up the kill on this Luna. And 2-star damages return to normal. All according to Keikaku plan for Nakamoto here. Because he stalled out like 2 turns with Trick Room with Protect. Meaning now the Trick Room has ended. He's gonna be the fastest one on the field. Indeed, follow me, but does it really matter? Because Terra Starfall probably will pick up the kill here. There's no way your Necrozma lives enough, you know. But I guess that would have been the play in case your opponent randomly clicks a single target. You know, you might win the game off that Expanding Force. Knockoff coming up here, picking up the kill on the NDD. You have probably been left with a Lunala versus not Lunala, Dawnwing versus Incineroar. So Ken taking the first win in this Swiss round 2. Quite a commanding lead actually, because he played really well, stalled out Trick Room, and sacked his Raging Bolt for 50% of Ursaluna's health. And that Snarl coming out, proccing the Lilligant's Focus Sash, being done very well, and Alan on the other hand doing his best for some unfortunate 50-50 calls from Ken. You know, that 50-50, you know, kind of had to predict if Ken goes for the Protect there, you know, game might have been different. It's a coin flip chance, you know. Sometimes that's all it comes down to. Alright, we're gonna see Alan lead Lilligant Necrozma again with Ursaluna and Indeedee because same 4. Saying, alright, I kind of understand how this goes now. I'm gonna run it back. Exact same 4. If you lead Raging Bolt again, I'm going to put something else to sleep. Or I might call it back. Who knows? Choosing not to lead Toko. Understandable. That Urshifu probably destroyed Toko pretty badly here. And yeah, that Urshifu having Ice Spinner, quite a game changer. Because not only does it make Ursaluna weak to it, it's also Terra weak to it. So I think this Urshifu is going to come quite in handy later. And as a third fact, it's going to break Indeedee's terrain. Oh no, the microphone was spiking. I just saw OBS. That's not great. Alright. As we head into game 2, I would like Alan to run it back here. I think Alan was had a few unfortunate 50-50 calls maybe coming from me. My opinion anyway. I'm just a TCG player watching VGC and casting for fun because no one else is doing it because my 2 casters are here in a new format which I personally have not played actually, so we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get into our game 2. Ooh, classic music right here. Ken choosing instead, you know what, I'm not gonna run the exact same lead. I'm gonna read Terravagos and Fluttermane. This time we can kind of see Terravagos Terra Shift here. Dawnwing just slightly off with the wings, or maybe because Fluttermane isn't so big. Alright, photosynthesis is proccing, boost energy, giving it a plus speed. Likely the fastest thing on the field right now. Lilligant, what are you going to do, Lilligant? Because you do have Focus Sash, you can put something to sleep, but do you really want to tank that Degleam? And if he chooses to double up, I think the Lilligant's going to die. And that's kind of your super fast support mon on Alan's side, you know, to kind of tie things up before he gets Trick Room. You kind of want to put stuff down, then hit things with Necrozma, soften them up, swap into Indeedee, Trick Room. So Alan probably trying to figure out what is the best way to do that. In Pokemon, in TCG we call it sequencing. So yeah, players are trying to sequence their moves in the correct speed tiers. All right, Alan choosing to swap out his Lilligant into Ursaluna. Oh, it seems like the audio issues fixed itself. All right, cool. Oh no, it didn't actually. Never mind. There's some audio issues, but that's fine. I'll try and fix it in post. Anyway, Necrozma uses Moongeist Beam. Did everyone just taunt the Ursaluna? Oh, because he wanted to taunt Lilligant and a Moongeist Beam. Oh, Ken. I think he didn't respect the Lunala, or maybe he was thinking it was gonna Calm Mind or something because he just took it. Oh, maybe he decided, hey, I think this taunt is probably worth trading my Flutter Mane. I think that's the only way, right? It's that or he didn't think the Flutter Mane was going to die. Anyway, now this Ursaluna's in. It took no damage, in fact, because if I'm right, Terrapagos, you click Calm Mind. So Ursaluna came in for free, proc Guts for free. And now it's going to hit like a truck because that's what Ursaluna does. Look at Alan here. I don't know what he's doing, but he's definitely energetic right there. It's going to Headlong Rush, Internet Incineroar Roar, but doesn't it have Fake Out, right? It has Fake Out now that it got in because Ken kind of had a semi-free switch with that Flutter Mane going down. Alright. Terra coming out on the side of Alan, actually. Terra and Grass in front of Incineroar and Terrapagos? Wait, doesn't that mean Terra Stellar just hits for super effective and Incineroar's Flare Blitz also hits you for super effective? Or is she saying this Incineroar is going to die now? Alright, Parting Shot comes out, drops Necrozma's attack, it's gonna drop its special attack too. So Necrozma at a -1 right now. And Incineroar just being faster than all of them because there's no Trick Room, there's no Lilligant for after you. Swaps into Raging Bolt. Necrozma Meteor Beams. Likely going into this Raging Bolt, right? Necrozma special attack up because of Power Herb. So now it's back to neutral. So it's got Power Beam. Straight into Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt's gonna take a little bit of damage here and there. Because neutral, or it's either neutral or resist, I don't quite remember. And it has Assault Vest. And it goes Headlong Rush into a Terra Shell. Terrapagos and Leftovers is gonna proc. Alright, so Ken, again, in a much better position, reading that the Ursaluna playing around his sort of turn 1 blunder or mishap very well. Throwing on this Raging Bolt knowing that nothing on this field is really gonna kill me. And now he's like, alright, you Terra in front of me. I might not have this Incineroar because it would have been pretty dangerous against two mons that know ground moves that would have probably OHKO'd my mon. I'm now going to Terra Stella, my big, giant, shiny, fluffy Toto. And I'm going to Terra Starstorm because I'm faster than you and I'm going to hit you for super effective on both your mons. Lunala probably gonna survive here, yep, and Ursaluna, but both going down to 50% HP, and the Dragon Ball is coming out from the Raging Ball. Oh, not enough to take out Ursaluna! Meaning it can get off an attack before it dies to burn, and Expanding Force coming out on that Terrapagos, and then take in an Earthquake, meaning Raging Ball 100% is going to go down now. That was a very painful Earthquake actually, and Terrapagos taking a decent amount of damage, but also he's hitting his own Lunala. But that Terra Grass made so much more sense now because he wanted to click Earthquake, and I am sure he knew his cogs that he would survive that Terra Starstorm, but I don't know if the damage trade was worth it. Because in the end, you will need this Necrozma to go up against the world for you, right? This is your restricted mon against the other restricted mons, especially now, this Terra Stella Terrapagos, which kind of has no weakness other than fighting type, right? And this Intimidate coming out against this Lilligan, dropping his attack by 1, doesn't really matter on Necrozma. And now it's just going to close combat. Yep, it's just going to close combat the Terrapagos right now because it is still super effective and likely faster, 100% faster than the Terrapagos. So this Incineroar is probably needing to fake out right now. And kind of has to read, right? Because if he fakes out the Lilligan, the Terrapagos is just going to Terra Starstorm, and then you're going to lose your restricted Necrozma, which isn't great. You kind of need Necrozma to do some work, so he's probably throwing a DD in right now. Gonna tank that. Oh, he read the fake out very well. Doesn't let him proc the focus sash at all. Outspeeds the Terrapagos into the close combat here because of the psychic terrain, changing the game up right now. Alan reading Ken like a book this game with that turn 1 preventing his Lilligan from getting taunted and then eating that Flutter Mane with that Dawnwing. Now with this psychic terrain blocking that fake out, allowing his Lilligan to get the pickup on the Terrapagos because it is faster and not losing its focus sash. So now this Incineroar probably needs to hit it twice, still needs to deal with a possible Trick Room next turn, and then this Lunala outspeeding it. Alright, Alan showing what he can do this game, reading Ken very, very well. It could also just be 50-50s, I'm not too sure. But Ken, look at him, he's so stressed right now. But that's just the nature of the game, right? Sometimes your opponent just 7 hits you and just reads you well, or maybe it's a 50-50 chance and he just calls them all right. Kind of like what Ken did in the first game, right? Kind of called all the right 50-50s, all the right choices at the right time. So we're getting to see in the game too what Alan's team can do against the Terrapagos, which is kind of running rampant at this event. I think it's at least a 50-60% population of the event is just Terrapagos. We do have like 2 Wild Weezings and Shadow Riders running around. We have a Shadow Rider that's not Weezing running around. We have Ice Riders. We have a Miraidon actually. So yeah, other than that, it's mostly Terrapagos, other than Alan's Necrozma Dawnwing right here. So alright, let's get into our game 3. I hope to see a less one-sided game compared to game 1 and game 2 in game 3, and or at least see just how these 2 players read each other. Alright, Ken leading this Flutter Mane. Terrapagos against the same lead from Alan again. And we'll see. Does he go for the taunt and lose the Flutter Mane again? Or is the Necrozma, or is Alan gonna be like, hey, there's no way he does it again, right? There's no way. There's no way, right? Alan saying, you know what? I'm not gonna swap out this time. I'm gonna Sleep Powder. I'm gonna Sleep Powder you. I'm gonna Sleep Powder your Flutter Mane or anything you throw in this slot if you swap it out. And now Ken has to make the hard decision. Do I taunt? Because I'm faster, right? I'm faster, but if he swaps out again, I just lose because he'll just target me, right? And Ken says, you know what? I don't really want to call that right now, so I'll just swap it out. I think it's probably easier to deal with this, and that's what he does. He swaps in, throws out Incineroar, lowers the special attack. Lowers the attack of Lilligan by 1, and lets the Incineroar tank the Sleep Powder here. No safety. Wait, did it go into Terrapagos? I thought Terrapagos can't get hit by... Oh, no. Terrapagos can get hit by the Sleep Powder. Alright. Incineroar having Fake Out right now. He does have Fake Out. Tanks... What's that? That crit. That might matter in the long run in doing... in just a small amount of damage difference that the Crossbow is doing to that Incineroar. Now, Lilligan's like... He's going to fake out me because he can't fake out Lunala, right? Because Lunala's Ghost type. So he's probably going to fake me out. So I should probably switch. Terra Ghost. And yeah, you can see Alan thinking about it right now. He said, you know what? I could stay in hit this Incineroar or hit this Terrapagos for super effective, I could probably double up on it and actually do so much damage. Where's all this Necrozma going? Is he going for a Trick Room? It's going for a Trick Room. Alright. So he's got Lilligant coming in after sleeping the Terrapagos. Is probably gonna close combat that Terrapagos. Instead, Ken's like, yeah, this is not a good place for my total right now. I'm gonna swap in Amoonguss. It's gonna tank any move that they have. Well, it still has Regenerator. Lilligant's gonna Terra Ghost. Ken's gonna get to see that now. And if this is a click flinch on anything, it's not gonna go well. Close combat into the Incineroar. Oh no, the Incineroar. Oh wait, Ken kick flinch, right? On on the Lunala, right? Wait, I did see that correctly just now, right? Can click flinch on the Lunala. Wait, oh, I think he forgot there was a ghost type, and now this Lunala gets off Trick Room. Because I think Ken forgot. I think Ken read that. Okay, I think Ken read the Terra well, because he probably knew that he was gonna Terra Ghost the Lilligant. So there's no point clicking flinch into it or any of my fire moves, because that is the best move for Lilligant, right? So he chose to flinch Lunana, forgetting that it's also ghost type. Instead, Lilligant now, after showing his Terra, coming back in because Terra Ghost already probably took its one turn. It counts, right? It's one turn of sleep in the back, doesn't it? So if he Terra Ghost, then it's going to hit pretty hard. But either way, Necrozma falling for the sleep powder right now from Amoonguss in turn. So now we each have one sleep mon. Oh, Terrapagos waking up. Yep, so the back, staying in the back does count as one turn of sleep. So it wakes up, it doesn't Terra, it's got a Calm Mind. Let's see what Alan will do next turn, because he did swap in, gets essentially a free turn of Guts proccing for his Ursaluna, so now it will really hit like a truck. It probably has to facade Amoonguss, right? Yeah, he's gonna face. Oh no, did he facade the Terrapagos there? And then he is the fastest thing on the field, so I don't think he's too scared about this. And he can't be slapped because of burn, so Amoonguss probably has no choice but to Rage Powder here. So Ken probably having to find a way to do... What? Wait, I don't understand this play here. But, okay, anyway, Ken choosing to protect that, because he knows he probably won't lose the turn. If it was not for Cherish, the Terrapagos would be gone. Yep. Alright, the Necrozma waking up here. That's so strange. Don't they have one turn of sleep? Do they just guarantee wake up? Huh. Maybe that's why he chose Protect. Okay. That would probably make more sense now. He was working about Necrozma waking up. Alright. Terrapagos just going to Calm Mind again. So now, I think it's at +2/+2. And it'll take very little damage from this... Dawnwing, but a lot of damage from this Ursaluna. Ursaluna now, what are you gonna choose? Are you gonna hit that Earthquake? Hit click Earthquake. Alright. No, he's thinking about it. He's like, alright, I'll click Facade again. I think Ken kind of has to click Rage Powder here on the Amoonguss. You can't let the Terrapagos take another Facade. He already tanked one with Terra. With that shell. Kind of have to Terra now. Right? Isn't that the play? You kind of have to Terra now, because if you don't Terra, it's gonna be pretty bad, right? We'll see what Ken's doing here. Alan definitely thinking a little bit, choosing to swap out the Necrozma. Doesn't want it to take a +2/+2 Starfall. Instead, throwing out the Indeedee, just in case, knowing that Indeedee still will outspeed this Terrapagos because of Trick Room still being up, Battlefield being weird, setting up his Psychic Field. I'm not sure what is Ken's 4th mon. So we know there's an Incineroar, we know there's a Terrapagos, and we know there is... Oh, it's a Flutter Mane, right? It's a Flutter Mane Amoonguss this game. Right, so the Spore coming out on Indeedee, that was what Alan's probably afraid about. He didn't want the Necrozma to fall asleep again. Because of Trick Room, Amoonguss is the fastest thing here. And the Facade goes in. So Ken playing that Spore, just kind of seeing, you know, if he swaps out, if he doesn't, I protected the one thing that needs to be protected. My Amoonguss won't die to anything right now. Maybe a Facade crit. And it's like, alright, he swapped into Indeedee. The Indeedee's now asleep. Indeedee basically not gonna do anything. I can focus all my firepower on this Asuluna right now. Unless Asuluna has Protect. Indeedee taking its one guaranteed Terrama sleep right now. Alright. And we'll see what Ken does. Pollen Puffs into the Turbo Ghost. He's trying to heal it back more. Does it go up to full? Because of the leftovers? It does. And because it's back up to full, it takes Terra Shell again. And the Earthquake coming out. Indeed, yeah, gonna take a significant amount of damage, but it won't die. Amogus, because it's grass, it doesn't really matter. And Terra Shell proccing means it doesn't take too much, and he just got Terra Starfall into the Ursaluna because there's no point hitting this Indeedee. And Ursaluna's going to fall. That was a very good trade. And if Trick Room is still up next turn, I didn't really keep track of the counts. Amogus can just Pollen Puff this Turbo Ghost again, and it's just going to get Terra Shell again. So showing this combo, you know, hey, you set up Trick Room for me, so I'll make full use of my Amogus going faster than me. But unfortunately, Trick Room has ended, and now it doesn't really matter, right? Amogus is the slowest thing on the board, so it will probably have to click Protect or Rage Powder here, or Spore and hope it doesn't get targeted or die. But you don't really want your Turbo Ghost to randomly take damage, so Ken probably gonna Terra here, right? Wouldn't you? Because you kind of might have to read whether Alan Terra grasses his Necrozma to avoid Rage Powder and Spore here. The Terra is not committed yet, so we will have to see. Oh, he chose by the Amogus. Knows that there's no reason for the Amogus to tank much anymore. If he Terra Grass, this Amogus is basically dead weight, so you might as well do it now. And if they don't, then you know, well, not the best, but not the worst either. But instead he Terras one of his own. He Terra calls the stuff, the shiny fluffy turtle, Mr. Terrapagos. Look at that little majestic turtle right there. And it's got Terraform 0. The weirdest instantly gets rid of all terrain. Indeed, he wakes up using Helping Hand on this Lunana right now. Can it Moonbeam? No, it can't, right? Because he already used it. Just gonna take Terra Starstorm straight to the face here. Oh, this Indeedee going down, but it did its job, right? It gave you its Helping Hand. Now you kind of have to see whether this Lunana can really pick up the game for you. It's gonna take a times 1.5 watt. Expanding 4 is not enough to pick up this Flutter Mane. He was kind of he kind of hoped, right, that it was the Amogus because of Rage Powder. So it's like, I want to get rid of you right now so that I don't have to deal with this Spore Sleep. And in fact, I can Spore Sleep you, but this Flutter Mane, although it's not having booster anymore because Ken brought it back round 1. Sorry, game 1. Sorry, not game 1. Turn 1. Now this little guy, it does have Focus Sash. It does have Close Combat. It's going to hit this Turbo Ghost for super effective. Although it can't really touch this Flutter Mane, it doesn't matter, right? The Crossma has a Ghost move. It'll pick up the Flutter Mane. So I guess Alan choosing to kill that Regenerator Among Us unfortunately didn't pay off because it wasn't enough to pick up the Flutter Mane. And I think he knew Moongeist was not enough to kill 50% HP Among Us, so he chose for Helping Hand Expanding Force, and it didn't really pay off because of the swap in from Ken. And now this Lilligant taking that Moon Blast to the face, losing its Focus Sash. Now he's going to lose his Flutter Mane, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, Lilligant Terra Ghost, right? This is the best scenario for Ken because now the Rage Powder means there's nothing on your opponent's team that can touch a Terrapa Ghost. He can't close combat you because you protect it, and you're gonna just have Rage Powder up. And because this Lilligant Terra Ghost, he can't dodge the Rage Powder. He might even be slept on his own. So we'll have to see what really happens. And this Among Us regenerating back, what, 25% more HP or 33% more HP? Probably will not die now to almost anything on the field. He's just gonna hope he does Rage Powder, but he does, and your Lilligant has no choice but to target Amogus because you Terra goes early on. Unfortunate, but it was kind of a necessary move in case the fake out, right, from the Incineroar. And there we go. Alan shaking his head. He knows the game is over. The Terra Starfall comes out. It's going to pick up both Mons here. Yeah, and that is a win from Ken. What a strong showing. Just reading Alan pretty well here. Alan kind of doing his best. You can kind of see, you know, where the gears were turning, how he wanted to play the game, but Ken just reading around Alan's moves. And I think in the end, that play would have been really great if only the Lilligan was not Terra Ghost, but he kind of had to do it early on. I mean, Ken, knowing that he already committed his Terra, he could throw it back into that. So yeah, we'll head to a break and see you guys later.